morning. Well, it's not really morning. It's currently 2:30. Today is Friday. I am on vacation for the next couple days. I'm so happy about that because I have been working. My day has just been go, go, go for the past like 4 or 5 days since like Monday. And now I get 4 days to rest, which I'm so excited about because I need to rest. However, tomorrow I'm very excited because Brad and I are heading up to Dallas and we're gonna go see a wrestling event, which I'm very excited about. I'm just looking forward to spending some time with my husband, finally actually getting time to go out and do something. We're driving up there probably like around 12 tomorrow, and then we'll only be there for a day, and then we will head back home, I think a little later on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll just be chilling, and then it'll be back to the grind after Monday. So I have today, Friday, and then I have Saturday, I have Sunday, and then I have Monday to relax. 4 whole days. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so I'm currently putting up some, I wouldn't know what you would call these. I call them grippers. Like, we just call them grippers because we don't know what they are. They just have like this really like sticky side, and they just are useful to open up jars. Funny story about these, I actually get them from Brian because he has like someone that comes into his work that will actually drop these off. She's a very sweet lady, and I'm pretty sure I've met her before at my job, so she will drop these off, and it's just a very nice thing she does. But the funny story about that is she comes in multiple times to Brian's work. So let me show you how many I have from the amount of times she's given these like jar openers to us. These are all of the jar openers that I've gotten. I'm pretty sure this was the one, my very first one that I got. And she's just given all of these to Brian, and Brian has of course given them to me throughout the years. So, or I think even just the only year, throughout the year. It's only been 1 year that he's been at his job. So this is my collection of jar openers, and I'm about to put these two up. And the way I do it is I'll get literally just some thread like this, and then I will cut it. And then I will just have this like little piece of string. I don't think the camera's focusing, but I have a little piece of string, and then I just thread it through, and that's how I'm able to get like these little rings on the jar openers. I just hook them through, and they will easily just hang on with a push pin, and that's how I get them to stick onto the wall. So this is my little collection that I've accumulated over the year, but yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. So excited because we are going to Dallas just now. We are in the car. We have about an hour till our first stop. We're going to Buc-ee's, classic Texans. I got up pretty early, did some work, and then just got ready. This is pretty much the outfit you'll be seeing me in tomorrow when I check back in with you guys. It's kind of funny because we're just going to Dallas to the event, and then we're just gonna spend the night. We brought some like sweats to change into, and then we're literally just gonna leave the next day wearing the same thing. So I took a shower, so if you see me in the same outfit tomorrow, I'm nice and clean. So let's head off to Dallas, and I'll check back in with you guys in about like an hour. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just got out of Buc-ee's. Now, I wanted to record in there, but one, I forgot it's Saturday, it's MLK weekend, and if you've ever been into a Buc-ee's before on a weekend or a holiday, it's pure madness in there. It's madness either way, like throughout the week, I'm sure. I don't know, but it was just super busy, but that didn't stop us from spending almost $40 at the Big Buck. We easily picked up the classic brisket sandwiches. I wanted to try something new, but because it was busy and like we still have like a couple hours to go before we reach Dallas, we were just like, let's just get in, get food, and get out. Other than the brisket sandwiches, I got I got some chocolate covered pretzels. Brian picked this up and I'm actually kind of excited to try this. I'll probably try this like when we stop so it doesn't upset my stomach. But he got Sour Bell. I got these last time and I was like super like addicted to these things. These are the mini sweet and salty cookies. These things bang, y'all. I love these things. They're so good. And then we just got a drink each. I got a green Arizona and Brian got a big old mango Arizona. So that is pretty much our haul. I'm gonna eat and we still have about 2 hours and 15 minutes left before we reach Dallas. It is also really freaking cold outside. My outfit of choice was not the greatest. I'm comfortable in the sweater, but I will admit that my jeans are not keeping my legs warm whatsoever, and there's a nice wind chill outside. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to like suck it up for the rest of the day, but it's fine. I'm gonna eat and then we're gonna head off to Dallas. So we just made it to our hotel room. The drive wasn't too bad. It was just a little tiring. Dallas traffic, hey, why is it so terrible? There is like construction going on literally at every turn. Like maybe this is just the fact that I've been so used to Houston that like there's no like labels. Like what did we say? There was like no labels on the streets and it was hard to turn at times. Brian missed like 2 exits at one point. Like it was just a lot. That aside, we made it to our hotel, thankfully. We're just literally gonna be here just to sleep. The hotel that we're staying at is not too bad. It's literally right across from the stadium or the arena, whatever it is. It's very small, but I mean, it's totally fine. Okay, so earlier we stopped at a toy shop that is I guess it's very popular here in Dallas. It's called Dallas Vintage Toys. We used to come up here like every now and then to like see if we could find any figures when I was collecting my Star Wars figures and like Brian was collecting other figures. Now, because we don't really do that anymore, we don't come up here as often anymore. But since we were going to be up in the area, we decided to stop and take a look at what they have. They've expanded a lot since we've been there. So we noticed that they sold pins as well. So we picked up 2 pins. Brian bought me this Abbey Road pin. It is really, really cool. Of course, we both have been obsessed with the Beatles lately, and Abbey Road is pretty much one of my favorite albums. My favorite song is on there, and so we saw it's like a little vinyl, and it's got Abbey Road on it. And then this other one Brian got clearly for himself. It is a Itchy and Scratchy show TV with the show on it. I don't know if you can tell. It might be a little bit. Okay, there we go. Brian is a fan of The Simpsons. He really loves the show and he's like watched it ever since he was little. So he picked up that one for himself, and those were really the only things we got. We weren't looking for any figures or any toys really because we don't collect figures anymore. But yeah, they have expanded so much. It was really cool. I wish I would have recorded in there too, but it was just really, really busy. And also the store itself is very, very small. So it's just very, very compact. Everybody was just like all like just compacted together, and it was just really, really hard to film in there. But if you ever are in the area, if you live up in Dallas, I would just definitely recommend giving them a look, especially if you are a collector, because they've got a lot. That was pretty much our journey up here to Dallas. We are about to head out to the event. It is currently 6 o'clock. We took a really quick power nap. It was honestly so nice. We were very much considering just staying in the hotel, but because we had already spent so much money to get here and to go to the event and all that, we are gonna go, obviously. So we're about to head out. I have my little clear bag. So we're actually gonna meet one of the wrestlers, and we actually wanted to do something a little bit more creative. We packed a canvas and then we packed some Posca markers in hopes that the wrestler that we are going to meet will do kind of like a little drawing. I'll explain more later if we actually end up doing it, but the point is we just brought a canvas and hope that he'll sign it or at least do something a little creative with it. So that is it. We're about to head out right now, and I'll see you guys there. We just got back to the hotel. It is a It's literally midnight. It's 11. You can't see that. It's 11:58. We just got back to the hotel. We got in and out. I am so excited. We're gonna devour our food right now. But I wanted to share with you guys how the event went. It was so cool. It was a really nice show. But that's not the best part. The best part is we got to meet one of the wrestlers. We got to meet Jeff Hardy. If you don't know wrestling, he's just a really cool wrestler that's been around for a minute, and he puts on like this paint on his face and he just does this really cool character. He's really cool. You can look him up. But the point was, Brian and I got to meet him, and he is a fine man. He is like I've only seen him like in pictures and videos and stuff like that, but seeing him in person, like first of all, very beautiful man. Second of all, he is so sweet. Third of all, he speaks in such a gentle tone. It is absolutely wonderful. It was so nice meeting him, and we decided that we wanted to do something a little different because we paid to get a picture with him and to get an autograph, and we could have gotten like a signed photo, but Brian wanted to do something a little bit more unique, and I had these canvases lying around, and we decided that we were going to have him sign it or put something on here, and he came up with this. This is a one-of-one Jeff Hardy artwork piece that we now own. I wish he would have signed it, but in the picture you can see that the canvas is there, and then we even had we brought him like acrylic markers to like just draw on there, like just to have fun and just do whatever he wanted. The line was super, super long, but luckily when Brian and I got there, we got a good time, so we didn't wait for very long. But overall, it was such a fun experience. This is truly going to be a very wonderful treasure of ours. We're gonna find like probably like a shadow box to put it in. We're like so careful with it because we don't want to smudge it. We don't want to ruin it in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, we have a one-of-one piece, so we want to make sure that we take care of it as best as possible. Now, with that being said, I am going to close out tonight. We are gonna eat and then we're just gonna go straight to bed. It is very late and it is freezing outside, y'all. It is 30 degrees right now, so we're gonna eat, and I'll see you guys in the morning. It is 9:30. We are about to leave the hotel. I am so happy to be going home. We had such a rough night. We were tossing and turning all night. I could not sleep. I kept waking up. He kept waking up. It was just a very rough night. If you can tell, I feel very clogged in my nose, or I sound very clogged in my nose. I sound very congested. But yeah, we are going to be heading out right now. We're probably going to stop somewhere so we can get water. I am dying for a water. I need to buy water because I feel so congested and I just feel so dry. I put on some of Brian's moisturizer, and my skin feels a little bit better. I can just tell I feel puffy, congested. I feel like my body feels really rough. So yeah, let's head out and let's go home. I just woke up from a really nice nap. The 3-hour drive back was not as hard as going to Dallas, but coming back was just a breeze. I'm sitting outside, and if you're wondering why, I'm about to tell you. But I wanted to share some news with you guys. I'm super excited because this is something that I've been planning on doing for a little good portion of last year, and I finally am able to tell you guys, because I was thinking of keeping it a secret, but I did not know how I was going to be able to tell you, how I was going to be able to keep it a secret. But the point is, I am going back to school. I am registered in school. I am currently going for a bachelor's degree in graphic design, and I am signed up, and I just had my first week of school. Today is currently Sunday, so my first full week is pretty much over and done with. I submitted my first few assignments on Friday. So yeah, I'm going back to school, guys, and I'm super nervous because I haven't been in school in 2021, or since 2021. So, to give you a little backstory, I tried to do community college back around like COVID times, but I honestly just did not keep up with it because I had no vision for my future. I did not know what I was going to do with my future. I At the time I was just very like, oh, I just want to work and that's it. I will probably do I can go back to school, but I wasn't too sure what for. Fast forward to maybe like a couple years ago, I just started falling out of love with my current job, and I tried to get a promotion, and the position that I would go for essentially would not be available to me because it's a long story, but just essentially the position that I would feel happiest in and be passionate in, and I was passionate about learning more and just doing all these things, it was not going to happen. So I shifted gears and I decided to go back to school and go for something that I think would be a lot better for me in the long run and just make me so much happier once I'm done with schooling. Um, I am just putting this out there. I would love to be a graphic designer for Disney. As you know, Brian and I love Disney. Like everything you see inside our house. Ooh, I hit my flowers. Everything you see inside our apartment just has Disney all over it. Star Wars, Mickey, like we have some other stuff left and right. It's not just those two things. Yeah, I would love to eventually see myself as a graphic designer for Disney, and this is basically step one for me to try and see if it's even possible. I am very, very nervous because, like I said, I haven't been in school since 2021, but I'm very, very excited. I honestly have a much like bigger drive to go for this degree and to do something with it that would benefit not only me but my husband in the long run. Yeah, I'm so nervous, but I'm also super excited. I will keep you guys along for the journey the next few years that I'm going to be in school. I am just again, I'm super super nervous, but I'm so unbelievably excited. I honestly cannot wait to be able to say that I have a degree in a field that would probably make me super happy to be in. I've always wanted to do something creatively when I was younger. Like I've always wanted to do something with art. That was the one of the first jobs that I wanted in like when I was growing up, when they would ask you like, "Oh, what do you want to do when you're grown up?" I would say I would want to be an artist. And the older I got, the more I stuck with that. I really did want to be an artist. Now, I know that can mean so many things. Like, do you want to be a designer? Do you want to be, I don't know, like a production designer? Do you want to be like, do you want to work in movies? Do you want to do fashion? Do you want to do like so many things? For me, honestly, art is just a very generic, like now that I'm older, it's just a very generic topic for me. But since there are so many categories, I decided to do graphic design. I think being a designer would be so fun in many ways, and learning it this way, especially since a lot of today's work requires a lot of technology. I think it would be super super cool to learn not only this new skill but also excel in something or just do well in something that would be really cool to learn. Is just the little like big announcement that I want to give to y'all. This is pretty big to me. It's big, like it's the biggest thing that I wanted to share with you guys this year. Like I said, I had planned to keep this a secret, but it was going to be very hard because I just knew it was going to take up a lot of my time. Like this week was really, really tough. Not tough, but it was a little overwhelming. Like I could feel it in my chest that I was beginning to feel very overwhelmed with having to vlog and then go to work and then having to have a home life and then like do my schoolwork. It was just it was a lot to balance for the first time in a while, or just for the first time in general. But I'm willing to take on this challenge. I've honestly still been enjoying vlogging. I am gonna try to keep my stuff entertaining. Yeah, y'all, that is everything that I wanted to share with you guys. That's pretty much everything that is going on for me right now. This is one of the biggest things this new year, and I'm honestly super super excited that I got to share it with you guys, and I'm super super excited to continue this journey. I'm also documenting this as a way to keep myself accountable. I want to get this degree and I want to go after it, and I don't want to be like how I was last time, and I don't want to just quit because I'm not getting the material. I genuinely want to take advantage of every resource that I have and continue and hold myself accountable and just get this degree, y'all. That is my big announcement for today, guys. I appreciate you watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.